Hello, beautiful souls. Today we are doing a Ask the Emissary session, and we have a question from Maria. Maria in Canada. Maria has asked, Maria's been on loads of our training courses for the Hypnosis Academy. And Maria has asked this question: what happens when we die? I've heard of a white light, follow it or don't follow it, it could be a trick. My daughter says the angels take us up to heaven. Do our souls go to heaven and then we get another assignment? Or do we go into another body? Or do we stay and visit our soul family for a while? Or go to another planet? Or can we come back as an animal? Okay, so lots and lots of questions. We're going to throw that out to the emissaries and let's see what the emissaries say. They've always got a very different slant on everything. Let's see. Okay, so when I see you on the other side, I won't see you, but the emissaries will. As many of you already know, death is nothing of great importance. Death is the ending of one cycle, leading to the beginning of a new cycle. Death in itself is like the switching off of a light and the switching on of a light. And so there is no need to fear death. There is nothing to be fearful of. Just as you would not fear taking one set of clothing off and putting on a new set of clothing. It is as simple and as innocuous as that. And of course the question is, what happens when we leave this particular life? When we decide that this life no longer serves us? We go off in essence. And when we say in essence, we mean the very essence of who we are. The part of us that has all of the memories of who we have been and who we will go on to be. That part of us leaves the physical, leaving behind the vehicle. And then it begins the next stage of its journey. We live in a very diverse plane, a very diverse world. And so each essence, each being, each soul that leaves goes on to do what its path requires it to do. And so it is difficult to say this is what happens when we die. For every being, every soul has a different purpose, a different path, a different plan. Don't imagine that we only plan for one lifetime. There are plans that are laid out over many, many lifetimes, over the entire span of the experience. And so some will go off to other places, some will return to Earth. We do not get the sense that people return as animals anymore, because that is something that is not now. Because of the way that the planet is evolving and moving forward. However, everything is possible. And every plan is individual. When we leave the earth plane, when we move to the other side, the beyond, very often that is where confusion occurs. For although we have left the earth plane, we are still connected in an energetic way. And so many times as we move into a place where we have more ability, the ability to create, then often we end up creating a reality on the other side, so to speak. A reality that is only true that only exists inside of our own understanding. And so often those who expect to find themselves in hell often do find themselves in hell. And those who expect to find themselves in heaven often do find themselves in heaven. You see, when we become spirit, we have the ability to create in the instant. And so our skills and our abilities increase incredibly. And often when we don't realize that we have passed over, then we begin to create strange realities, all of which seem very real to us. And similarly, when we know that we have passed over, but we are in high expectation of what it is that we will see, then often we create that and it becomes very much a reality. However, that is only for a brief period. There are many beings that are there to help and to guide and to come and to save these lost souls. And then the real work begins. There are many options. Some choose to spend more time elsewhere before they commence the next part of their journey. Some choose to move straight on because already their plan is well laid out. Some souls need some time to heal because of the traumas that they have experienced. There is everything there available for every circumstance. There is no fixed rule. There is no law that dictates what people must do, what beings must do, what souls must do. This is a journey of free will. Yet every soul understands what its journey is, why it is making this journey, and to what end this journey has. And so it is always with free will that we do everything. There is no judgment. Everything is allowed. Everything is nurtured. And every soul is cared for. There are some that choose to have multiple experiences, all at the same time. That is their choice. We might call this fast tracking. But that is not for every soul. That is not for every being. It is always your own choice. And this is a choice that is made by way of talking with your helpers, with your guides, and by following the plan that is often laid out, that you have laid out, in combination with others. This is a very complex matrix of plans, of formulations, of agreements. And so many times we are locked into a plan because it involves so many other beings. But that is always our choice. That is always our way. And we could always opt out of that plan, because any plan can be unmade and made again. However, often we do not take that choice, because these are divine plans, and they always have a divine outcome. And so never feel, whilst you are in the incarnate heavy density, never feel that you have made a mistake, that you have chosen the wrong plan, that you have chosen the wrong path. That is only the reaction, the knee-jerk reaction of the physical, of the ego. Every plan where you are living is perfection personified. it is exactly as it should be. And it is exactly as you have chosen it to be. And so have confidence that when you are able to connect once more with the divine, you will see the beauty and the perfection of this plan, of your plan, and the sense that it makes as you look across the entire plan. So, never fear. This life has an end, this physical life, and yet it is only but the beginning of the most beautiful and perfect journey that you could ever experience. And so we leave you with blessings. Until the next time.